Hello there, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel, and I hope you are doing great. In this tutorial, we're going to talk about how to design a very beautiful shop page in Wix Studio using different functions of the Wix Studio. I'm going to teach you how to use the CSS. I'm going to teach you how to use the CMS and the dynamic content, and I will teach you how to create product filters in the Wix Studio along with many other things. So first of all, let's look at the page, a demo page. And here is the product page that I have. We have the product categories. We have the number of products. We have the product category image, the collection image. We have the filter here. And when you scroll down, you get the products along with the scroll animation like this. And you can interact with the elements of the product. So you can hover your mouse and the title glows like this and the button glows like this thanks to the CSS. And we have a quick view right here which opens up a pop-up where you can look at the product, the description, the title, the price, and add to the cart along with more details which will take you to the main link of the product. And the best part about this design is that when you change the category, like if I change the category to this, it will also change the name of the category, how many products it has, and the category image. So if I choose like this, it will change the category, the number of products, the category image, and of course the product, right? So it's a pretty minimal but sweet design. And the best part is that it is SEO optimized. So if you check the SEO score and the performance score, we have 96 on the desktop, which is amazing. Okay, which means Google will love your page. So we have 96 for the performance and 100 for SEO. Um, for mobile, we have 62 and 100 without the optimization, by the way. So if you optimize the mobile view, you can even get more than 70, 80, 90 performance score. So yeah, this is a pretty cool design, and along the way you will learn a lot of things. So without further delay, let's get started. And I'm going to use this page as a reference to design the entire page from scratch. And along the way, I will also teach you how you can use the Wix Studio design element to create your own amazing pages. So I hope you guys are ready. Let's get started. All right, people. So let's start with the design now. I have the new page and we are going to design the entire page from scratch. So the first thing I'm going to do is add a section. So you get one section by default. Now we are going to add some elements in here. Um, we are using a dark color palette. So a good idea would be to set the style so we don't have to do things over and over again. So what I'm going to do here is change the color of this text to white, and I'm going to do the same for other text as well. So this is going to be my default text. When I add the title like subheadings or headings, they will appear white by default. Okay, so we have the white text by default in our style. All right, let's start the work. First of all, select the section, go to inspector, and change the background color to black. You can also select the gradient or fluid gradient, but the way I see things is that the more code you have in your website, the slower it will be in during the loading process. So I try to keep things as minimal as possible for the sake of SEO. But if you want to add more visual candy to your website, you can use the gradient. Of course, go for it. Now let's add the elements. We're going to start with the title. So as you can see, we now have a white text by default because we have changed the style. So add the title here. Let's design the text. The heading will be H1, but we don't need this big of the title. So let's change the font size to 40. After that, we will add a line here. Change the color to white. And increase the width a bit. Okay, so this is the title and this is the line. After that, we will need one more text. So let's go to the text section and add a heading here. Change the theme to maybe H5. Like this. After that, we will need an image. So quick add an image here. This is where we will add our product category image. So right now we are just adding the elements. We are not connecting anything for now. And let's decrease the size a bit like this. Okay, so this is the header of our website. After that, we are going to add one more section here, and we are going to add a column where we can add the categories or whatever you want on the sidebar. Okay, so this is where you can add category, you can add recent products or whatever you like. And here we will add our main products. So let's change the background again. This time a little kind of like the coffee brown kind of thing. Same goes here, like this. Or let's go with the full black, why not? Okay, after that, we are going to add the products. So for that, we need a repeater. Okay, this is really important. When you are trying to add the data set, the repeaters are the most important things. So go here in the layout tools, go to repeaters and select the repeater of your choice. I like this one, so I will add it like this. Leave some space on top for the filter, and we're going to add the products in here. Okay, now let's work on the repeater itself. Select the repeater box. By the way, if you are unable to select any of the elements, you can always go to the layers and select the items or whatever you want from here. Right, so it's a pretty cool feature as well. Anyway, let's go to the inspector and design our repeater ones. Select the background and like this, corners. Let's add a 20 pixel corner. Also, let's go to the animation and effects. Let's add a scroll effect, the fade. Okay, so you can add any of the effects that you want. Okay, so this is the layout of our repeater. After that, we are going to start adding elements one by one. So the first thing we need is the product image. So let's go here and attach the image like this. In the settings, select fit to bounding box. Okay, so the image doesn't crop. After that, we're going to need the title of the product. So let's go here. We're going to add an H3. So go to the design and select the H3. You can also select the H4 depending on your SEO preferences. I like the H3 and I don't need this big of the heading, so let's go with 25 for now. And in responsive behavior, select wrap so that we don't mess up the mobile view. Also, in the design, select the alignment to center. After that, we are going to connect the button. So we will need one button here. You can go with the add to cart. We are going to add a CSS code to this add to cart button so that it looks cool. We will also need the pricing section. So let's add a title here and change it to H4 or H5. Change the font size like this. Okay, and finally, we are going to need a vector. So go to the decorative and icons. More icons. This one. Add it on top here. Change the color to white. Okay, so this is the basic design that we have. Now let's start connecting the elements one by one. First of all, we have the image here. So let's choose connect to CMS. Go to dataset and store / products dataset. Connect image source to the main image. Okay, so it will add all the images, the product images. Connect the headings to the name. Connect the button to add to cart. Leave the label disconnected. We don't need that. Um, connect the text here to the formatted price. Actually, connect it to formatted discounted price. And connect this vector art here to open quick view. All right, let's publish this and let's also add this page to the menu. Okay, so let's see what our page looks like right now. Okay, so as you can see, we have these products right here. Okay, you can add it to the cart like this. You can open the quick view, and you have the titles here, add to cart here, and the images here. But there's no animation except for the ones that we have added on the scroll. Okay, so let's make this a little more interesting. The first thing we're going to do is add a scroll animation to this vector art. So go here, animation and effects, scroll, add, spin. Let's adjust the animation a bit, um, increase the spin count. Okay, and this is done. After that, let's also add an animation to this. Let's add the slide or reveal, and let's see what it looks like. Okay, so we have this rotating and the title reveal, but the button looks plain, so we have to make it interesting as well. And we're going to do that using the CSS. First, you need to engage the coding environment, and you have to go here in the code section, and you will get an option to enable the developer mode. Okay, so select that and you will get the coding here. Now, this may look intimidating at first, but don't worry, it's really easy to add the CSS in the Wix Studio. Um, if you are wondering, I don't know anything about coding myself, okay? I have just selected different CSS from here and there and compiled them together. So let's see how to use the CSS. All right, let's work with this button for now and learn how to use CSS in Wix Studio. So the first thing we need to do is assign a class to this button, okay? And to do that, you have to go to this option, CSS classes, okay? So go to CSS classes and let's call it, so we now have this class assigned to this button. And whatever changes you make to this button will be shown in all these repeaters button as well. After that, go to this option, global.css. This is where you will add your CSS codes. I already have the CSS here, and I will give it to you as well. So let's copy the CSS here and paste it here. Now let me explain what is happening. You have to add the CSS class in the beginning of your code. So right here we have the button 1, change it to button 2 because this is our CSS class. Do the same here. Okay. And right now we have assigned this entire CSS code to this button. It's easy as that. Okay, you don't have to do anything else. Now there are a few changes we have to make, but first let me show you why. So publish this. And as you can see, we cannot see the text right now, and that's because the color of this glow and the text color are both the same. So we have to make some changes here. So go back to the editor and we need to make some changes to the button, some very simple changes. So go to the design, in the regular, go to the text. The initial color is the white. Now go to the hover, and in the text, change the color to black. Now let's publish it. Let's reload the page here. Okay, now we have the white color text in the beginning, and when you hover your mouse, it changes to black with the glow. Okay, so now you can add to the cart and it looks more interesting. Let's do this one more time and understand the CSS. This time let's go with the title. So go to the CSS classes and assign any custom classes or create a class. So let's call it anything you want. Let's call it, okay, why not? You can name it anything you want and hit enter. Okay, now we have created a CSS class for all these titles. All right, now go to your global CSS. Let me show you once again. You have to go here in this global.css. Come back here and add your CSS code. So I have this code right here. There are many CSS codes available online, so you can simply copy them and use them in your design. Now we have to change the class, as I said before. So right now it is t-shirt. Let's change it to blah blah. That's our CSS class. The same goes here. Hit publish, and let's see the change in our website. Okay, so as you can see, we now have this animation here, right? So this is how you use the CSS in the Wix Studio. It's very easy, and you can do it to anything. Now, a very easy way is, because this is a global CSS, you can just assign a class to any of the title, any of the elements, and it will behave in the same way as the original title. So I can just go here to this title, go to CSS class, and assign this the same class as we did for the product title, and it will behave in the same way. So refresh it, and we now have the same animation for the title as well, right? So that's the way to use the CSS. So far we have added the dynamic content for our collection and the products. Now let's talk about how to add the product filter in our shop page. To do that, you have to add an element. Go to input and drop downs. Okay, now select a drop down of your choice. And connect it to store collections dataset. Filter content by name. Okay, but right now this collection, the filter will not work. Uh, so in order to make it work, we have to first make some changes and add a filter in our product set. So go to dataset settings and go to the filter section and add a filter. Now watch very carefully from now on, because this is really important. You have to select collections, includes, another data set, and store collection, and add filter. Now you can use the filter in your shop page. So let's go back to the site. Let's go to new shop, and now you have all the categories here. So select anything you want. As you can see, we now have the filter, which is changing all the elements on the shop page. Okay, so this is how you create filters in Wix Studio. Now you can uh, do the visual changes yourself, add more visual candies, CSS, or whatever you want. But I will suggest that you keep things minimal as much as you can, because the more codes you add in your website, the harder it is for the page to load faster. So make sure to keep things minimal and change your image extensions to .webp, which is fast uh, and low in size. But this is the basic idea how you can add the products and use CMS to add the product filters and make it fast loading shop page. Now, this page is much better compared to the widgets. So if you go here in the shop section and add these widgets, they use JavaScript. Although they have some more options and you know some more functionality, but they slow down the website, which is bad for SEO. And they also don't provide too much options for editing. So this is a better way to create a shop page. Now you can add more elements, like you can add more text here, assign them discounted price, original price. You can add the SKU, and you have all these options if you go here. So text can be connected to SKU if it is in stock or not, the formatted discounted price, descriptions, and everything else. So yeah, you can add a lot of element depending on how much information you want to add on the shop page. But this is the basic idea, how to use the CMS, how to use the CSS, and add animation in your Wix shop page. So yeah, I hope you learned something. We will talk soon, and I will teach you some more cool features of the Wix Studio. Thanks for watching.